Welcome back, everyone. Let's switch gears quickly now. The APC, that is the All Progressives Congress, during the NEC meeting extended the tenure of the national chairman of the party, Chief John Oyegun, and all the members of his national working committee and that of the 36 state executive committees, including the FCT, by 1 year. The party said the party tenure extension for the elected and appointed executive officials of the party was done to avert a pre-election crisis. They cited Article 13 of the APC Constitution. So that is the premise in which the party says they have extended this. Was the extension done in contravention of the party's constitution? Is the APC political solution helping or causing more division? Some governors are already speaking about it and their grievances with what the party had done. Don't forget, over 100 people voted in support of the extension, but some of those who voted came out to say, no, we do not know that this is going to turn out this way. But let me tell you that in the constitution of the APC, in the same Article 13, it does say that the decision made by NEC is binding on all members of the party and can only be changed at the National Convention. Well, a lot of people are not happy with this. It does mean that the crisis that is happening in the APC in almost 15 states of the Federation will perhaps intensify in the coming days. My panel will weigh in on this one. Liborous Oshoma, a lawyer, political analyst, and also Hamza Lawal is the co-convener of Not Too Young to Run. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your time on the program. Let's get to it, everyone. Now, as it stands, as a lawyer, has the party done the wrong thing in what they did yesterday? Does the NEC has a power to extend it's sort of an election, if you look at it, extending the tenure for 12 months?
Constitutionally, you know, when I say constitutional, I'm not talking about Nigerian constitution. If you look at the APC constitution, if you look at Article 13, Rule 1, Sub-Rule 2 of Rule 1, it says the National Convention shall have powers. First, Rule 1 says the National Convention shall ratify policies and programs of the party, elect or remove national officers of the party, elect presidential candidates of the party. Same Article 13, Rule 3, Sub-Rule 2 says that National Executive Committee, that's the NEC, shall discharge all function of the National Convention as constituted in between national conventions. So what they have done now is to latch on to that Article 13, Article 13.3 Sub-Rule 2 to determine to discharge the functions of, you know,
so
the National Convention.
The NEC has the powers of the National Convention before the next
Yes, to
convention.
do that which can be done at the National Convention, subject to ratification at the National Convention. So what they basically did, you know, in between, because what that section provided for was in the event that, you know, there is no National Convention to take an immediate decision on a matter. So the power to take such decision is transferred to NEC. So that's what NEC had done now, to, you know, determine whether the executive should remain or should go, because ordinarily it is the National Convention that has power to elect officers.
They actually did an election yesterday.
So what now
happens? Because there was voting.
So what now happened was the voting that was taken was to determine whether this decision should be taken subject to that Article 13.3.2. All right.
We've looked at the legal ramification. It does look like the party is on a good grounds on this.
By virtue of their constitution.
But politically speaking, what is the implication
also, if you look at it politically, it is expedient that they do what they have done now, because you have barely a year to election. And with the crisis rocking the APC, even the national leader that has been appointed by the president to reconcile the factions, he also needs reconciliation. And so, with all the what to borrow Bayagbos were the intaxises in the party, you will need and going into election, if you now decide to conduct another election, you are going to create another crisis, because APC, they all have leaders everywhere. As we speak now, in most of the states, you have factions. And so you will further polarize the party. So it is better to maintain status quo going into an election. And so after the election, whatever grievance they have, if they win, then they can now begin to mend fences. If they don't, then you now begin to see the campaign like we're used to.
My political sensibility do tell me that if this party had gone into an election in June, about a month or two before the first primary, they might be falling apart like a pack of cards.
I'm telling you.